Alex's Caves has finally been released to the public, and it is incredible. All of the caves this mod adds have so much depth that each one of them could be their own mod. In this specific video, we're going to be going back in time and exploring everything there is to know about the Primordial Caves. So let's get started. These caves have been isolated from the world for tens of millions of years, and this isolation has led the primarily limestone geology to make some pretty unique terrain. As you can see, we've got these pillars here, and Ambersol, which lights up the whole biome to the same degree as the sun on the surface. Think of it as glowstone on steroids. And thanks to this abundance of light, tons of plants have been able to grow here as well, which have helped various mobs survive. But we'll get onto that in a minute. Among the abundance of the new Puin trees, you can find the new ancient jungle trees, curly ferns, and cycads. How do you say cycads? Give me a sec. Cycads, and even fly traps. The ground of these caves is covered in moss and grass, with occasional muddy lakes that will appear across the landscape. But just because the biome... Oh my god, no, stop eating the leaves. But just because the biome is a lush paradise does not mean it's safe. Allow me to introduce you to this biome's inhabitants. Dinosaurs! The Subpteranodon is a large, neutral, flying reptile, which can be found soaring the skies. If you can even call them that. Okay, look at me. Look at me, I need the shot. Oh, nope, you're gone. Okay, bye. Don't protect your egg then. They can often be found protecting their eggs in their nests on the walls of the Primordial Caves. But they can also be found hanging out like this. The diets of these dinos consist of aquatic life, which you'll get to know very soon. Using cod, you can lure and breed these guys. Yeah, mate, follow me, which will cause them to lay an egg. However, if you want to tame a Subpteranodon, you'll need a raw Trilocaris tail. And once they're tamed, you can make them grab you and fly through the sky. I can show you the world. However, as you can see, they've got this little bar, which if it's depleted, they will need to land. I guess us as Minecraft characters are just pretty heavy. Okay, who's next? Here we have the Vum Raptor. These hunters are found commonly in the Primordial Caves, and if in groups, they'll actively try and take down big or small prey, such as yourself. From the local golden frog. No, okay, he's killing it now. Okay, no. What did he do to you, bro? To our local vegan dinosaur, the Grotto Catops. Usually attacking in groups, these guys will leap great distances in order to fight their prey, quickly dealing massive damage. Jeez, they're so feral. Look at them go. These poor Grotto Catops, man. What? Oh my god, there are so many of them. Okay, yep. Their attacks are typically led by a leader. You can make their distinction based on their larger horn and the orange stripes on their back. If the leader is lost in combat, the Vallumraptors will typically disperse. But it's important to note that that doesn't happen very often, and these guys are ruthless. These guys can open doors, if you'd like to, please. I would really appreciate that. These guys can open doors and will even steal items from your chests, although the items that they steal are typically just raw meat. However, if they steal a dino nugget, they'll enter this dazed state. And yes, this mod does add dinosaur nuggets, and I will get onto it. If a Vallumraptor does eat a dinosaur nugget, when it's in this relaxed state, approach it with a serene stew and it will be tamed. Tamed Vallumraptors can stay, follow, or wander. And these guys are incredibly useful in combat. Look at him jump, bro. Why did he jump like that? When their health gets low, they will pick up food that enemies drop and eat it. And I didn't catch it there, but if they lose a large amount of health in a battle, they will enter a stealth mode and start rapidly healing until it's safe for them to re-enter your fight. Using dinosaur nuggets, you can breed the Vallumraptors. And when this egg eventually hatches, it will imprint on its parents, meaning it's automatically on your side, making the rise of your great dinosaur army easier than ever. Up next, we've got the Grotto Catops. These guys are herbivores and their only focus is eating more plants. However, if you attack them, they will attack back. When attacked, they'll defend themselves using one of two methods. The first is they're going to use their big horn to attack you and try and swing you up in the... Okay, you just used the second on me. You caught me by surprise there, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, editor, if we can get a replay, that attack that he just used there is his tail whip, in which he'll use his mace-like tail to just whack you around the face. Yep, yeah, he just tried. No, he's trying to use his horn. Okay, I'm sorry, Matt. Yep, trying to do it again. We're just doing the tango here. Okay, that was a very strong attack. Nope, no, I'm in the water, man. I'm in the water. Leave me alone. Never mind. Well, as you can see, even though these guys are peaceful, they are still quite powerful. These guys are also the only source of fiddleheads, as they'll produce one when they eat a curly fern. Yep, there we go. As you just saw, the curly fern turned into a fiddlehead when he ate it. And if you want to make serene salad, then fiddleheads are a key ingredient. If you'd like to breed them, you're going to need to use the tree stars, which are commonly found on the ancient jungle trees. Giving two of them a tree star, just like the Vallumraptors, will make them... Okay, take two. When you feed them tree stars, these guys are going to breed. If you can manage to kill these guys, they will drop Dinosaur Chop, which you can use to make dinosaur nuggets. On occasion, the Grotto Catops will also drop some tough hide, which can be used to make an all-new armor set. Downscaling a bit here, we have the Triloceros. These guys are prehistoric fish, and as I mentioned earlier, they are the favorite food of a lot of the dinosaurs in this place. They're often found swimming in pools around the biome. Similarly to axolotls, they can survive outside of water. Look at the oh god, I'm sorry, those legs are so goofy, bro. What the hell? Look at his little feet, bro. Oh my god, I'm getting way too much joy out of this. Again, much like the axolotls, you can capture these guys in buckets. Oh, look at him. When killed, they'll drop their tail, which can either be fed to a subpteranodon or cooked for your own consumption. Okay, it's time for the dino that everyone's been waiting for. I present to you the king of the biome, the Tremorsaurus. These fearless beasts will single-handedly kill the biggest prey. When they move, they'll cause water to ripple. When hunting, this guy will release a roar. This roar will send nearby creatures running. However, if one of these guys is unlucky enough to get caught, this guy does massive damage. But us small players, he likes to play with his food. I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Come on, man. Eat me. Eat me. Come on, man. Eat me. No. Are you not bothered? Seriously? He'll grab us. Oh, no. He didn't grab me. He'll grab us and start to play with his food. Okay, I'm trying to show that off. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. This guy does not seem to want to grab me at all. And though he seems violent, you can tame the Tremorsaurus, though it's through a long and tedious process. In order to tame this guy, you're gonna want a primitive club and a ton of serene salad. And when I say a ton, like, that pile does not even in the slightest tell you how much you need. Fingers crossed I'll get lucky though. Effectively, what you want to do is bonk him with the club, which will stun him, and then feed him serene salad. I got it first try, bro. No way. Well, once you've tamed him, you can actually ride the Tremorsaurus, which even though he's slow, he does a ton of damage. Get him, bro. Get him. Yes. So even though it was a long and tedious process, it is definitely worth your time. While you're riding him, you can press G to make him roar. If you shift right click, Tremorsaurus can be made to stay, follow, or wander. If you fancy an army of these guys, you can breed them with dinosaur chops. However, I'm not going to try that because even though I got first time, it usually takes way longer than that. If you manage to slay the beast, it'll drop heavy bones and dinosaur chops. The first of which can be used again to make a brand new set of armor that we're going to get onto very soon. And the final dinosaur in the caves is the Relicus. This guy is massive, as you can see, and an omnivore, and often can be found browsing the whole catalog of trees that are inside of this biome. Most typically, though, the Pewin trees, as you can see here.
Wow.
Due to its immense strength, the Relicus can deal a ton of damage to you with its claws. The Relicus also uses its immense strength to topple trees. They'll usually go around eating leaves with their really long necks, or they can also be found feasting on Triloceros. Was that the bite of 87? You can utilize the previously mentioned tree toppling by feeding these guys primordial soup and make them start toppling trees. And as you can see, it gives you a ton of wood. And they will do this for as long as they can. And while you can't tame these guys, you can breed them with tree stars, producing, just like all the other dinosaurs, one egg. Are you done? Jesus. How long does it take to breed?
A few minutes later.
5 minutes later.
Giggity giggity. Why did he move his neck like that, bro? And just as a bonus, I thought I'd mention that the dinosaurs dance if you play a jukebox near them. I think it's time for a dinosaur dance party, I'm not gonna lie. Get it. Yeah. I think my girlfriend's concerned of what I'm doing right now. Okay, now that all the dinosaurs are done, let's talk resources. Using the limestone that this cave is primarily made out of, and 2 sticks, you can make a limestone spear, which, other than looking really cool, has similar functionality to tridents, and because they're stackable, they deal less damage than tridents, but they still can do low melee and range damage. If you're more on the artistic side, you can smelt limestone to create smooth limestone. And using this smooth limestone along with charcoal, you can create cave paintings, with a random one being created each time. Perfect for you aspiring artists. And these same cave paintings? Did I call? And these same cave paintings can be found in prehistoric structures across the biome, which host their own plethora of loot, including parts of the primordial armor set. And finally, as I mentioned before, the ancient jungle trees host tree stars, which is the favorite food of many of the dinosaurs in the biome, and is a use to you because it can be used to breed a ton of the dinosaurs and make both serene salad and primordial soup. Now let's talk about some stuff with more functionality. Starting with food, we've got the serene salad, which we can craft with a fiddlehead, a tree star, pine nuts, and a bowl. Consuming a serene salad will remove the stunned effect. effect. And it's a key player in taming the Tremorsaurus and the Vallumraptors. Next up, we've got the Seething Stew, which you can craft with a cooked dinosaur chop, a fly trap, a heavy bone, and a bowl. The Serene Stew will inflict the rage effect on whoever consumes it, and the rage effect will increase your damage based on how little health you have left. And if it's given to other creatures, they'll attack nearby enemies. And finally, we've got the Primordial Soup, which you can craft with 2 cooked Trilocaris tails, a tree star, and a bowl. This soup will give you haste, which if you know anything about Minecraft, it allows you to mine faster. However, as I mentioned before, if you give it to a Trilocaris, it'll start toppling trees. And finally, by cooking a dinosaur chop, and then putting the cooked dinosaur chop into a crafting table, you'll get 12 dinosaur nuggets, which can be used to calm down Vallumraptors. If you want to pick it up. Do you want to pick it up? But every time you drop a dinosaur nugget, it'll change texture. But now let's move away from food. Occasionally, when you're breaking down amber, you'll find an amber curiosity. There we go! And this amber curiosity can be used to craft an amber monolith. By using 5 amber, a diamond, an amber curiosity, and 2 limestone, the amber monolith can be crafted. And even sometimes you'll find them spawning on their own in the Primordial Caves. Just like so. And these blocks will actually repopulate the area of animals. So in these caves, they'll spawn dinosaurs, but like in the plains biome, they'd spawn pigs and cows. This specific one is respawning frogs. Using a heavy bones and 2 sciads, you can craft a primitive club, which, as I showed you earlier, allows you to bonk larger dinosaurs. And it'll give them this ring of stars around their head. And I just think it's a really, really funny, cool effect. If we're getting technical, bonking the enemies will give them the stunned effect for 15 seconds. Using bone blocks, tough hide, and heavy bones, you can craft the Primordial armor set, which other than looking super cool and making you feel like Fred Flintstone, this armor set provides you with extra health regeneration and saturation when you're eating raw meat. But this raw meat effect increases with every single piece that you have equipped. And with that, we're nearing the end of the video. But before we roll the outro, I thought it'd be fun to show you guys some Easter eggs that have been sprinkled into this biome as well. By naming a Tremorsaurus princess, it'll turn pretty in pink, which, no joke, is actually how I interested my girlfriend in this mod. I'm not even kidding. You want a pink dinosaur? Come here now then. I'm getting her to come look at the pink dinosaur.
Is that the pink dinosaur?
Yeah, that's pink dinosaur.
Oh.
You call it princess and it turns pink. Oh! Oh God! Jesus Christ! Moving on. Naming a Vallumraptor Alan will change its texture to a reference to Jurassic Park. Right-clicking any of the dinosaurs with an amber curiosity will change their texture to one of Alex's older mobs, called Fossils and Archaeology. I've got no image to show this off, but the team are currently hinting towards a Primordial Caves boss that will be added in the mod's next major update. I couldn't get this to work, but apparently if you put 4 or 5 dinosaurs next to each other in a train, you'll get an achievement called Dinosaur Train. And with that, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you check out my last video on the magnetic caves. But please do consider becoming a channel member so I can pay my editors and feed my newfound dinosaur children. And I will see you next time when we're setting off nukes and getting major Fallout vibes. Roll the outro!